All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you around my place and the issues that I've been having at my spot. So, when I first moved in here about 5 years ago, we had a landscaper and she was absolutely wonderful. She would trim the trees, trim the bushes, mow the lawn, um, gather all the garbage around, and basically, this place was absolutely beautiful. So, and she was great because when we had parties on the weekend, we would help clean up and everything like that. But what we weren't able to do or what we couldn't get done, she would actually come in and help us out and we would help her out. So, um, this place was absolutely beautiful and it was very bohemian. So, I'm going to walk you around my place and give you an example of the BS that's going on. Okay, so part of when I moved in, landscaping was part of my lease, and it is a month-to-month lease. So, um, basically, again, I'm going to walk you through. So, when you take a look at my place, you're going to see this tree, right? And I'm going to give you a shot of the spot of where somebody moved out, right? So, somebody used to live there, and it was fairly clean. And this is the spot right next to my trailer. And you can see, if you look really close, all that garbage that has not been picked up, right? So this they used to have rocks and everything by this fence. I don't know if you can see the fence, but they used to have rocks. So they could pick up the rocks because they were the black stone rocks. They were kind of like lava rocks. They could pick up all those rocks, but they can't pick up the garbage, right? Can you see that? Um, which is pretty sad. And see that little house. If you look at that house, I'm going to turn this around. They used to rent those out for people to come and stay over the weekend. Well, they've gone to crap and nobody stays there anymore. I can tell you that. So if you look at this tree, I have to trim the tree myself now because management refuses to do it. Not only that, but there's all these leaves and everything. Management is supposed to pick all that up, and they don't do that. And then if you look back here, there's garbage all back here. Donkey poop. And they're supposed to pick that up too. They don't do that anymore. So all that brush that they should be taking care of, they don't. All right, so let's walk around. Oh, and then the tree. Like if you see this tree, they're supposed to take care of all that too. They don't do that anymore. I know it doesn't look like a whole lot, but when it becomes a fire hazard and they're not taking care of their own trees, we got a problem. Not only that, when they're not taking care of the trees, that becomes an issue for my trailer. All those branches, because the tree is partially dead, eventually fall on top of my trailer and cause damage. And everybody says, oh, record it naked. Well, it's cold out today. So I'm partially naked. So there you have it. So the other thing that Norma used to do was she used to blow out all the debris. I used to come home to a greatly manicured lawn, which again is supposed to be included in my rental. Not only that, but I'm going to come down here. So this is a spot where we could grill. Come down, we used to have parties here. So you see all that? We got garbage, we got debris, the furniture is gone to crap. All of this used to be trimmed. All the garbage used to be picked up. I'm not saying we can't pick up the garbage, because we do, but I wanted to record this before we pick up the garbage. The point is that management is supposed to be taking care of this, and they don't. See all this debris? This is all a fire hazard. They don't do any of this. I'm going to have to do it for them.